Welcome back to SN Vibes. So today let us continue with the chapter 2, class 7th NCERT chapter 2, nutrition in animals. So the ending of the chapter is there is one of the small topic, that is feeding and the digestion in the amoeba. So amoeba is one of the microscopic small single celled organism, and it is most mainly found in the pond water. Here the amoeba has a cell membrane, rounded and the dense nucleus, and many small bubble like vacuoles in the cytoplasm. Right? So let us see here. So amoeba is one of the single celled organism, nothing but there is no more cells in it. It just consists of a single cell, and it is found in the pond water. Here in the amoeba there is a presence of some of the organelles, that is dense round shaped nucleus is present. So can you see here, this is the nucleus. With that there is a presence of number of bubble like structures which is round in shape, that is vacuoles. It is also called as food vacuoles. Here you can observe in a blue structure, right? So those are the bubble like structures called as food vacuoles. With that, the amoeba is surrounded by a layer called as cell membrane. So this is the outermost layer, that is cell membrane. And here the amoeba consistently will be changing its shape and positions. Why? Because while like it pushes out one or more finger-like projections, that is called as pseudopodia or as false feet, which helps for the movement and the capturing of the food. So here there is a finger-like projections. Can you see here? So these are the finger-like projections. So there are number of finger-like projections of what it is pushing in from inside the amoeba to outside, right? So that pushing-like structure are called as finger-like structures are called as pseudopodia. Sometimes it may also be called as false feet. Okay. So the main function of the pseudopodia is it helps for the amoeba for the movement purpose and for the capturing of the food. Okay. The amoeba The amoeba feeds on some of the microscopic organisms. When it senses the food, it pushes out the pseudopodia around the food particles and engulfs it. Okay, so here if the amoeba, like normally amoeba feeds on very small, simpler microscopic organisms which cannot be seen in our naked eyes. Okay, so when the amoeba senses these food around its environment, surrounding to its environment, at that time it pushes apart, as I told you previously, finger like projections, that is pseudopodia. When it senses the food around it, it just pushes this pseudopodia around those food particles and just it engulfs it. Engulfs it means eats it. Okay, it takes into it, and the food becomes trapped in the food vacuole. After engulfing of the food with the help of pseudopodia, later it is trapped where, as I told you already, there I showed you, right, some of the blue structures, vesicles, vacuoles. So those vacuoles will trap this food from the pseudopodia. Later, in the food vacuoles, the digestive juices are secreted into the food vacuoles, and they act on the food and break down into the smaller substances or simpler substances. So inside the vacuole, food vacuole, there is some secretion of juices, that is digestive juices or else digestive enzymes for the digestion of the food, and later it is broken down into the simpler substances. So gradually the digested food is absorbed. So later, gradually after the digestion, it is absorbed to the whole amoeba body. And the absorbed substances are used for the growth, maintenance and the multiplication. So later after the digestion, absorption takes place. After the absorption, there is a growth, maintenance and the multiplication is taken place in the amoeba. Multiplication is actually binary fission. Okay, with the help of binary fission, like reproduction is occurring in the amoeba. The undigested residue means waste particles. The undigested waste particles of the food is expelled outside with the help of vacuole. Actually the food is also taken with the trapped with the help of vacuoles inside, and later the expelling also takes place with the help of this vacuoles itself. After the digestion process is completed, the unwanted waste particles are taken out from the amoeba body as with the help of vacuoles itself. So the basic process of digestion of food and re- food and releases the energy is the same in all the organisms. So in all the organisms, almost the digestion is similar way, but there is a small terms and conditions, and some small changes takes place. Okay, the basic process is same in all the organisms. In the later chapters, you will be learning about the transport of food absorbed by the by the intestine to the various parts of the body. So this is not needed for us. For at present, for the chapter 2, what we need we have already learned. So thank you so much. I'll be continuing in the next class about the chapter 3. Thank you.